Swage lining, the best PE lining system in the world. Swage lining is a tight-fit polyethylene lining system which maximizes the flow capacity of the existing main with minimal disruption and significantly reduced cost. Lengths of butt-fused pipe are pulled through a reduction die and into the host main using a winch. This creates the necessary insertion clearance. On release of the winch load, the pipe recovers naturally, creating a tight fit. Pipe lengths of up to 3,000 feet or 1 kilometer have been installed in one pull. Many codes of practice allow surface damage of up to 10% of the pipe wall thickness. The evaluation of swage lining included pipes with machined longitudinal notches of 20% of the wall thickness at 4 positions around the circumference. These notches have been machined before and after being pulled through the reduction die. This is to simulate the extremes of damage caused during site handling. Samples are then subjected to long-term stress rupture testing carried out at 80 degrees and 20 degrees C. This test will verify a minimum life expectancy of 50 years. To allow attachment of the winch wire to the polyethylene pipe, a mechanical nose cone can be used. This requires removal of petals marked off using a simple template. Full pipe samples are used in the evaluation. The test rig consists of a die holding frame and a hydraulic winch with calibrated load cell. Fine control over rates is possible during the pull. Diametral and longitudinal measurements are taken at predetermined intervals, as well as winch loads, speeds of pull, and temperature measurements. Thousands of measurements have been analyzed to produce a predictive model to give various parameters for the swage lining operation, including die sizes, towing loads, pipe insertion diameters, and final offload dimensions. This project shows a swage lining operation of 1,200 feet, or 400 meters, of 250 millimeter high-density polyethylene pipe into a 10-inch cast iron main in the high road of a busy town center. It is essential prior to a swage lining operation that the main is internally inspected using a closed-circuit TV system. This survey identifies the requirements for mains cleaning and the location of tees or pipe bore intrusions requiring removal prior to swage lining. Due to heavy incrustations inside the pipe, it was decided to use the drag scraping technique for cleaning. This consists of 2 winches working in series, pulling various sizes of steel scraping pigs inside the main until all the incrustations have been removed. A rubber pull-through is then winched through inside the pipe to remove any fine debris left after scraping. A further closed-circuit TV survey is carried out after cleaning to ensure that all debris has been removed from the pipeline. A PE gauging pig must be used to check the uniformity of the pipeline bore and also highlight any internal abnormalities not evident from the CCTV survey. A gauging pig confirms the size of the die to be fitted to the swage lining rig. Prior to the swage lining operation commencing, it is important that the internal edge of the pipe end is rounded off using a grinding tool. A butt fusion machine is used on site to weld together sections of polyethylene pipe to the correct overall length. On site, the swage lining unit was used incorporating a water lubrication system within the die. Because of street congestion, the total length of polyethylene pipe to be swaged could not be carried out in one operation. Therefore, to carry out an insertion of 600 feet or 200 meters of SDR 26 PE pipe, the swage lining process was temporarily halted to allow for 4 additional sections of pipe to be added using the butt fusion machine. It is essential during butt fusion operations that the line pipe is supported on pipe rollers to avoid misalignment and high drag forces. The process recommenced after the conclusion of the cooling period and satisfactory checks on the weld beads. The winch operating load is preset to ensure that the recommended towing force and speed are not exceeded. The load recorder monitors the winch performance. On completion of the swage lining process, the individual sections of tight-fit lined main can be joined using electrofusion couplings. The pipe ends are cut to a predetermined length, then expanded to permit the installation of a supporting insert. The pipe ends must be thoroughly scraped around the circumference and free from contamination prior to the electrofusion couplings being fitted. The electrofusion coupler is then fitted in line. An alignment clamp can then be used to ensure that pipe movement does not occur during the fusion procedure. Fabricated T-pieces for hydrants and branch connections are assembled above ground and can be fitted into the lined main using standard electrofusion couplings. Swage lining, the best PE lining system in the world.